I gained... Yo, what's going on, everybody? Oh boy.
As a calories.
My Korean friend told me.
So bored. What up? Bored as fuck, bro.
Dude, you need to go to Mexico.
Why?
Let's go get you a girl, bro. Find you a Latina.
What? What, bro?
Get you some liquid courage, a few shots of tequila,
Bro,
some limes.
us being drunk in Mexico sounds like a bad recipe.
It's a recipe, all right. But I know a spot.
I heard you could buy roids there.
Fuck yeah.
That's all I need to hear.
Over fucking Mexico!
Woo! Oh. Whew. Ese buen viaje.
No sé encontrando ninguna chica, pero encontramos esteroides anabólicos.
Anabólicos. Amo Mexico.
Amo Mexico.
Los tacos estaban muy buenos.
Y buenos.
Y buenos. We're out here at the border. It's a hot one. We got our translator, Mike's girlfriend. There's no checkpoint here. Like, you can just go into Mexico. They give no fucks. They're welcoming. So we're gonna get some Tren, maybe some Adderall. You know, I took Adderall one time and I realized that I was living life on hard fucking mode. But then the next day when I didn't have the Adderall, I felt my dopamine levels were like zero. Like I felt like I wasn't alive. So I think that shit is actually genuinely dangerous. Check it out, Mike.
She said, I better not see this on Facebook. It's going somewhere much worse.
Check it out.
Get big in the gym, big dog. We got it, bro. GH, Equipoise. You want to see what we got at the pharmacy? I can show you, man. My name is Regal. Let me just show you, brother. Come here. Let me show you, boss.
They got Apple Pay or?
Yeah, we got Equipoise. We got everything, brother.
How you doing?
Look, we have the pharmacy where Donald Trump's on the wall, in the window.
Donald.
No, I haven't talked with Vegetable Police since he became, guess he was never vegan, but since that whole ex-vegan thing. Dude. I would not take, steroids from some shady pharmacy in Mexico. Gummy, what the hell do you want? You don't even want these apples, do you? Yeah, you don't even want it.
Trump on the window.
Does
This so happen to be in the alleyway?
It makes me want to not buy it even more.
I was raised in Grand Rapids on the west side.
This guy's from Michigan like us.
I got deported 13 years ago, bro. Because I got an assault with a dangerous weapon up there.
It's like Donald Trump, like my body.
I was offered $7K a month doing videography and social media for a Republican campaign. I'd do it, but I fucking hate Republicans. But also it's like double what I make now.
Well, I mean...
This is Mr. Nebacracker from Monster House. I can't believe he's still alive.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The thing is, they're gonna find a videographer, right? So, if you're not the one doing it, someone else is gonna get the job and get the money. And you can also half-ass everything you do, so I would just take the job. Thanks for the donation, though, retard.
Name's Fred. I know Elise, and that means they're just, all fucks!
I don't know who Never Cracker from Monster House is. Thanks for the donation, though, Killing Titan. Kid Boo donated $2.
Oh squeeze God. It, squeeze it, squeeze it. Oh my God. Finish it, finish it, finish it. It's gone. Slap it.
Explain yourself right now!
This bitch speaks facts.
Don't want a man with logic. They want a man who agrees with their feelings. They'll say, oh, I want a man that understands me. Translation, I want a man who nods his head and says, yes, baby, even when I'm dead wrong. The second logic enters the chat when you point out their contradiction.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for the donation, Kid Bill. Frankie's hand cranked on each other's high stir medical malpractice awareness. Love how people try to tell you how to train or how that you're out of breath or weak or whatever, but they themselves are much smaller than you. It's hilarious. I know some are trolls, but plenty are being unironic. Yeah, I know, dude. There's a lot of people who are, like, dumb and incompetent, and they think, like, they're just so dumb and incompetent, they don't even realize how dumb and incompetent they are. So, yeah. Thanks for the donation, though, dude. Dodo Donate Chillers, great vid. VG, you earned my respect. Congrats, you actually made a video instead of sleeping or being lazy. Good job. Well, thank you, Dodo. Appreciate the donation. Dipshit donated $3. Let me see. La da 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 da. So what did he eat? I don't know what drug that is, but that's not good if a dog takes drugs. Thanks for the donation, dipshit.
In Donald Trump's head, like, for real.
Trent? Yeah. Acetate, acetate.
Acetate. We have everything. Whatever you take, you can get it here.
Sustanon. I have 275 and that's it.
Oh, just 275?
275. You want that for free. Okay. We also have the Titan 400. This is the test 400 that I have.
Do you have HCG?
I have HCG 5,000 units and 10,000 units. It's $210 total. It's not translated.
I'll do the card.
Okay.
This was a human fucking experience. Most of the time when I buy roids, it's like I'm talking to somebody over the phone. I don't even know what.
Do you think taking tests can make working long hours easier? Well, there's a reason why women work fewer hours than men. So, yeah.
The fuck they look like.
Dower would smoke you on a debate. And he unironically does have better training advice than you. His protocol may not get someone bloated and huge like you, but he definitely has a lower body fat percent than you even while you're on steroids, lol.
You look at that and you're like, what am I doing with my life? But then you inject it and then you feel like a getting heckled.
Yes, I've played Call of Duty Warzone. It's fucking garbage. Only retards play that game. It's nothing but fucking botters that play that horse shit.
What's up?
I got testo, steroids. Sipping on steroids. I got soap in there. You got any?
Kid Beater Tellers, you doing 405 max and someone does this to you, what do you do? I'd kill them. Thanks for the donation.
I'm gonna make my.
Nah.
Let's go. I'm ready.
El Pollo Roido and a Balaco.
Hang on, I gotta take a picture.
There you go.
God, people are fucking retarded. Blaha, donate $2. Let me see.
You know, so it's all come online, and I will see people who talk about you have the worst genetics, you look like shit. And in real life, I pretty much get treated like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, other than not the actor, but you guys know what I mean. It's just really funny.
He is so outrageously fucking delusional. Like, just absolutely fucking crazy how delusional Blaha is. Like, he should probably be locked up if he genuinely believes that. Thanks for the donation, Blaha. I remember when he was unironically claiming he was bigger than Kali Muscle. Fucking insane. Dodo donate $2. Wonder what happened here. Maybe Ukraine helped facilitate this by supporting a Syrian to do it or something. Assad was reportedly poisoned in Moscow. Syrian Observatory for Human Rights stated that the former Syrian dictator was subject to attempted poisoning. Cited by the organization, embarrassed the Russian government, accused it of carrying out assassination, discharged from hospital. Only his brother allowed access to him. I can pretty much guarantee you Russia did it. Putin makes a point.
Tiger. Are we a paper tiger? Then what is NATO in this case? What is NATO like?
I mean, he's the bitch ass who won't fight NATO countries, so apparently it's at least a bit more than a paper tiger. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
I had to switch up. I had to get with the culture.
$10 bacon.
I already bought some, bro. I love it here, man. Dude, there's literally pharmacies everywhere. Are they the same shop? No, this one's good. It's for my girlfriend.
No, it's not.
The thing I know how to say is no español, no bueno. You know, that's all you really need.
What does that mean?
I don't speak Spanish. Come on. You know. Dumbass. No español means I don't speak Spanish.
You said no bueno.
No bueno means no, motherfucker.
Because you said no.
What are we thinking here, right? Couple margaritas, pina coladas, tequila shots. Shots! Tequila. Authentic. Ask how you feeling, buddy.
I need a shot.
Yeah.
When we get drunk here and never return to America,
we're never going back.
Hey, it's like
the camera. It's so
it becomes like some hangover shit.
Who would go missing though? It'd definitely be fucking you.
Medical malpractice awareness. 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 Frank is such a retarded clown. New Frank shorts. Go watch them.
Let me take a look. Yeah, these look stupid.
I was by.
Why is he making the same video again?
By the most famous and popular, supposedly best, eye plastic surgeon, Dr. Taban. Which brings me to the statement that I don't believe the field in general has any significant medical talent. Now, there's a difference between purely cosmetic eye surgeons, which I don't think there's any talent, versus reconstructive and eye surgeons in general. Because the good surgeons that I've come across, like Dr. Raymond Douglas, Dr. Julie Nam, the people who did my strabismus in New York, these are very talented eye surgeons, but are technically not performing purely cosmetic plastic surgery work. I think the surgeries that these oculoplastic doctors are taught are very limited, and they don't develop a skill level that is customizable to the person's appearance. Each surgery, each procedure has a specific purpose and outcome, and it doesn't necessarily look good because there's so many different races and ethnicities of people, and very, very few people look good with the current surgeries that these plastic surgeons are offering. So the only talented surgeons in this eye area are the ones that are doing corrective work, that are doing strabismus, that are doing LASIK. There are some very top level surgeons doing orbital reconstruction. There are some excellent teams, but they do not do purely cosmetic work. There is no level of cosmetic eye talent, as far as I know, in America. Korea is a different discussion because Koreans have like different eye shapes, and there's some procedures that are very popular over there. So because of that, with the demand and experience, I think they have a level of proficiency in doing those procedures that is probably considered safe, but that's for a specific ethnicity of people. So it's unfortunate, but I think people really need to talk about which surgeries are safe to get and which surgeries are not, and maybe in another lifetime this oculoplastic area will develop further and have better procedures and have more knowledge of how to improve people's appearances safely. But I think that we are many centuries away from that, many generations away from that, especially if what's happening now keeps going on, where these doctors are taught a very limited amount of like medical procedures, and they just market themselves and cover up all their mistakes, as opposed to learning from their mistakes and actually trying to help people. Because if they're not willing to take at least some risk in helping people, why are they performing?
I was poisoned by the Russians. They have no appreciation for my work of bombing shitskins and ISIS for 14 straight years.
Yeah, apparently. Thanks for the donation, literally, Assad.
Hi Richard, how many times a week do you train each muscle group? Do you train legs less than upper body muscle groups? I train each muscle group twice a week, but I've been debating dropping legs down to once a week, since leg day is boring AF.
I train each muscle group twice a week, and I train legs about as much as other muscle groups. You can do whatever the hell you want. If you want bigger legs, you're probably gonna have to train them more than just once a week. Thanks for the donation, though, Blackberry.
Love this song.
Alright. Thanks for the donation, Killian Titan. Okay, there's no lyrics. That's a terrible song. Yeah, that's just awful.
Someone posted.
I don't know how you can listen to that trash. Thanks for the donation, though, Killian Titan.
Do you train other muscle groups than legs on leg day then? Should I just only do 1 or 2 leg exercises on leg day? Is that what you do, or what do you recommend? Since training legs is useless and futile, and I'm sure you can agree with that, ha.
I train legs on leg day. Should I just do 1 or 2 leg exercises? You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know what the hell you're asking me these questions for. What do you mean by should you? On what basis? What are we assuming when you say the word should? What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 6 exercises on leg day. Thanks for the donation, Blackberry.
You should never donate to any crowdfunding website because they are all owned by secret societies, Freemason, Illuminati. People that are not members of the elite will not be allowed to collect money on these websites. Here was my campaign back in 2019. We tried to raise money for Frankie's Strange Meat. We got like $30,000. Then they shut it down and gave people the money back. We had to like open up a Shopify store and take pre-orders because they shut us down. Whereas companies like ButcherBox were perfectly fine on Kickstarter.
Yes, that's because your Kickstarter campaign was fucking retarded and completely unclear, and you violated their terms of service. So, yeah, no shit.
And this year, when I tried to raise money on Give, Send, Go for my eyes being botched, they took the campaign down. Yet you have people like Amos Miller that steal $300,000.
Again, that's because you violated terms of service. You were asking for way more money than you needed.
From people fraudulently. So the only piece of advice I have to give is do not donate money on these websites because anyone affiliated with them is committing fraud. I mean, I think one of my lawsuits is actually against them too. I could probably file a new one against them now for discrimination too. You should never donate to any crowdfunding website.
A comment on her video. Do they know you're videoing them? And the answer to that is absolutely not.
Okay, we already saw that one.
If a doctor botches you, it does not matter to them. And I'm not talking about them being psychopaths, which most of these doctors are. I'm saying they control the entire system. So you have no recourse against these doctors. If they botch you, no lawyer will represent you. And if they do, they're just going to screw you over. Keep that in mind. You have no legal recourse against these doctors because the court system is bought and paid for. You probably have no social media influence. Even if you did, like me, this guy paid to get me banned on TikTok. They control social media too. And they control all the review websites. So why would these doctors care about botching you? And there are many, many reported cases of these doctors psychologically tormenting these botched victims until they kill themselves, until they commit suicide. If a doctor botches you...
That is just fucking retarded.
You don't have to get all Jordan Peterson on me, man, haha. I'm just wondering if it's really that important to train legs, and I assumed you didn't train legs much, so I was wondering if I could do the same. Are the 6 exercises on leg day all for legs?
Yes, they're all for legs, and yeah, clearly I don't train legs much. That's why they grew several inches in the last couple months. Thanks for the donation, Blackberry.
You would be go missing. I would go missing first.
Someone would learn it.
Yeah, dude, he talks to everyone.
Watch this anime, nigga.
I don't know why you think I haven't already. Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo.
Dude, you don't have to talk to these
Because I'm nice, so I just talk to everyone. I feel bad if I'm not. Hey, you want some fucking fentanyl? Chris is like, yeah, I don't really, okay.
Nah, it's crazy.
You got me.
We could have got 2 hats, bro. And I was like 10 USD for two. For uno dos. He said yes. Yeah.
You didn't understand it, bro.
I would have just took that shit.
And then you would have got hunted down, bro.
Nah, I said 2 USD for 2.
You would have told someone else, bro.
Oh. I could have got a nice Detroit.
Yeah, the cartel owns a fucking hat shop, bro. Are you serious? Chris, you sure you don't want the strawberry daiquiri? Cavity.
Why does it look like he got punched in the face?
Mike fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You
Don't
gotta...
mess with me.
Your legs kinda look like the size of my legs after maybe 6 to 10 months of training. Like from when I didn't train, 10 months in, that's basically what your legs look like now. If you look at any roided bodybuilder, they have much larger legs than you.
That's nice. Thanks for the donation, Blackberry. Chris donated $4.50. Thank you for the donation, Chris. I appreciate that.
You got arrested.
Don't mess with me.
I'm not.
You are.
He got arrested at the border because he bought steroids and tried to bring him over.
I know you.
Dodo donators, people always find something to make fun of you for VG. They will always, no matter what you do or how you look, they will find something to make up and pretend is a problem also.
I'm sure you guys can guess where I am because it's pretty much an empty room. That's right, I'm inside one of the vessels, one of the largest vessels to come in this Yom Kippur flotilla. And while we're processing this boat, there's one thing missing, guys. All this aid that they were supposed to bring into Gaza, which explains one thing to me, I'm sure it explains to you, that when we and multiple other countries offered them to take this aid and bring it to the Gazans, we could facilitate its safe arrival, they flat out rejected it. And now we know why, because it was never about bringing aid to Gazans, but it was all about the headlines and the social media followings. I'm sure you guys can guess where I am, because it's...
Yep, that sounds about right.
Jeffrey's on a Discord call with his friends and Jessica's texting her girls' group chat, but no one is listening to them. When Jeffrey talks, one of his friends always talks over him. And when Jessica types, no one even replies to her. It's like they didn't say anything at all. They speak too quickly with a weak voice. By the time they are 25 years old, Jeffrey and Jessica feel lonely even though they have friends. It's just that their own friends barely listen to them. Adonis and Anastasia are the opposite. They put in the work. At 21 years old, Adonis was speaking in his family's business to clients, whilst Anastasia was a babysitter and she was speaking to naughty children who usually don't listen, but they did to her. Adonis and Anastasia
How about we just solve this issue by not talking to anybody ever for any reason? What a fucking gay ass. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Andre Small F has bounced at £350. Bro is literally the Incredible Hulk.
This guy, like, almost weighs twice as much as Mike Isertel, and he can actually, like, jump and do plyometrics, whereas Mike can barely move. That's pretty crazy how he can move like that at 350. Jeez. Yeah, I want to know what steroids he's taking. Wonder exactly what he's on. He's got to be on a fuck ton of human growth hormone. Like, his hands are just nuts. That's pretty nuts. Thanks for the donation, nigga.
Agreed VG, most people suck and saucity is sick.
Yeah. That's why I, pretty much just stay indoors and don't talk to anybody. I just, watch cartoons with my cat and work out. That's what I do every day. Just do yourself a favor, don't talk to anybody. They're not worth it. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. My fucking hand is really itchy and there's like a weird callus on my finger. It's using the grippers today. I think that's what it's from.
This Adonis fella seems rather productive. He started making female characters. Is he trying to get more female audience now? I also noticed he's uploading every day.
Yeah, I think that's a sign that he's not making enough money from his stupid course that he's selling. Thanks for the donation, though. Dude, like, nobody just... I'm looking through, like, comments on my Instagram, and it's like... I'm just not gonna bother with these people anymore. Like, they say the stupidest shit. Like, they're just so fucking stupid, it's unreal. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Agreed. At the end of the day, we are such a worthless vermin species, worse than monkeys.
We're definitely worse than monkeys. Like, you know, they bite sometimes, but they kind of just chill and eat bananas. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Joking.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
How did you know?
Huh?
How did you know I was calling you to fuck with you?
Because you know I'm thinking it could happen.
Exactly. So I thought it would be easy to manipulate you.
No, not at all. I'm too keen for that.
Yeah. All right. Stomach on 10. Stomach on 20. More like shit. My stomach hurting, boy.
Dodo donators, can we please watch from here to 150? Sure.
Healthy children, and an amazing family business, whilst Jeffrey and Jessica float around in low-tier jobs, shouting that rich people should be taxed higher. One day, I was playing Minecraft with my friends, and we were all on a call together, and we added...
No, I don't drink. I'm not a worthless fucktard who poisons himself for no reason.
Did this random kid, like this kid that we found inside of the game. We add him into the call, and, you know, we're all speaking for, you know, getting to know each other for the first 5-10 seconds. And when I speak, he goes,
"Whoa, your voice is so deep."
That's how I felt. I was like, yeah. I had literally been training my voice to get deeper. That was when I was 13 years old, and fast forward 15 years, I have used the same speaking skill on YouTube and in speaking events, and it's made me a millionaire.
You sound like a fucktard.
In my 20s. So today I'm gonna help you to start speaking better so that people...
You're a millionaire in your 20s because you're a fucktard. You just appeal to a bigger audience. Kim Kardashian's also a millionaire.
Actually listen to you. The first problem that you're going through is that your words...
That's great. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Jessica donated $2. Adonis is so hot. Yeah. Thanks for the donation.
We're here at Top's Gym up in Harlingen, Texas. Mercedes.
No, I'm not playing the Black Ops 7 beta. It's just a waste of time. No point.
Texas. We're gonna get freaky with it. You know, every time you visit a new gym, you gotta get under that bench.
I love that it's called Tops Gym, not Bottom Gym. Definitely more of a top guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're sponsored by the Bum Energy now. I didn't forget, but I forgot to remind people. I just love saying it bum. Just saying it bum. Like that's, I fuck with just saying bum. Like I'm finna have a bum, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't believe it. I'm like fucking C-bums.
What's the Manchester attack? A Syrian immigrant ran over a bunch of people in front of a synagogue, and it's very clearly a hate-motivated attack where he just tried to kill as many Jews as possible. We're gonna look at some of the stuff about it later.
I need an insane amount of caffeine.
You got about 400.
There's 400? Yeah. Yeah, I need about 400. Yeah, bro. You're right. This is the calm before the storm. Like I'm gonna have to enter the deepest parts of SoundCloud today to survive this, bro. Like my stomach, it just got nuked, bro. It's like a motherfucker just put Hiroshima down that bitch, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on. It's Hiroshima.
Hiroshima. But you don't hear me saying it, talking about it, speaking that negative shit into fucking existence.
Bro, don't buy Tyson cooked chicken, bro. That shit is fucking me up right now.
Cause for being lazy, just cook your own damn fucking chicken.
I'm done with it, bro. I don't
You're not done with it. You will forever eat chicken until the day you fucking die.
I'll eat 99% lean beef before I eat chicken.
Tate brothers on the bench press.
Let me see. Tristan's very quickly becoming bald.
Free.
I'm really suspicious of them. Like, they say they're natural and everything, but they're horrible at training. Like, horrendous. And their technique is just terrible. But, like, they're able to lift relatively impressive weights. Like, 315 for reps is pretty good. So it's like nothing adds up. Either they're like weird genetic anomalies, or like they're taking something to like boost their nervous system. Yeah. Thanks for the donation, nigga. Rectal Anadrol donated $2. Mike Israel, PhD expose has almost 800k views. It's safe to say his reputation is permanently tarnished. Every time he makes an absurd claim or shows up on a podcast, everyone will call out his shitty PhD. He also just provided Greg this year's rent. Yeah. That's good. He's fucktard. Yeah, apparently the university you went to, not only is it a historically black college that has an 87% acceptance rate, but apparently like 90% of the people who attend that college are female. Like, massively skewed amount of women who attend that college for some reason. So he went to some weird shit fuck school. I'm not exactly sure why he went there, whether it's because he's broke and retarded, and that was the only school that would accept him, or if that was a purely cynical decision just so he could get the easiest degree possible. So, I don't know, but yeah, his education's a joke. He's not a real PhD. Dodo Donatillers VG Hamza's responding to all the comments. Can you please comment, challenge him to debate or something? Maybe he'll do it because he needs money. You've been in the news lately. Also read some comments, please.
Jeffrey's on a Discord.
He's never going to debate me. He's reacted to my videos before, and he refused to even mention my name. He's scared to death of me. He's a little bitch. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Oh, read some comments.
Jeffrey's on a
It's like nothing interesting in the comments. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Eve
Okay, that's enough. Thanks for the donation, V. Imagine being a vegan, taking roids, telling people I'm buff because I'm vegan. Don't remember ever claiming I'm muscular because I'm vegan. I'm muscular because I weight train. The only thing I've ever stated is that you can build muscle as a vegan just as well as you can eating meat. And this is what I looked like natural. I'm gonna guess you're a pencil neck fucking twink who wasn't even half my size when I was natural. So, have fun not getting any pussy, bitch.
I'm done, dude.
You gonna let Dyson chicken? You think that you never
Bro,
eaten
it's just
chicken?
like you open up the package, shit stinks. Shit stinks, bro. I went to cook some fucking fresh chicken, open it up, package stink, boy. I don't fuck with that stinky ass chicken, bro. That shit.
El pollo loco.
El pollo roido.
No, that picture isn't photoshopped. It's still from a live stream. Oh. Yeah, it's where it's just a still from this live stream. Steroids work, turkesterone doesn't. That's all you need to know. People are so fucking stupid.
Anico roido. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Wrap it out, wrap it out, wrap it out. Come on, push it. There you go. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Ain't no fucking pec there stopping you. That's all. so fucking controlling yourself. Biba and Sheba. Say what up, Sheba. Say what up, Biba. Sheba, Biba. Yeah! Hey, baby. Yep. 3. Attaboy. Attaboy fucking boy.
Face IQ rates Hassan. How did he only rate you a 4.5 lol? Makes no sense.
Don't give two fucking shits. Thanks for the donation, Pooh.
Righty on me. I ain't good with my life. Alright. Exercise selection and pump it.
No disrespect, but didn't you go on Fix Fearless's channel asking him for advice how to dress, how to behave?
Don't care. Thanks for the donation.
Right. If it feels good, do 10 motherfucking sets on the motherfucker. Alright? Because regardless, I need at least good. I'm good. Extend it. Oh, boy. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna make a separate Instagram.
We've now had the opportunity to review it. We're going to play it for you now with sound, the moments leading up to the suspect being shot.
Who killed him? No, there was them.
Everybody else, get back! If you're not involved, move back! Get away! Somebody stay with technically. Everybody else, he has a bomb! Go away!
He's got a bomb on him. Got a bomb. Mate, he's got a man, he's got a bomb on his jacket, mate. He's trying to go into school. Mate, he's stabbed.
CDG Donatello is not looking for a girlfriend. Okay, what happened to this then? That's great. Thanks for the donation, CDG.
No, he's got a bomb. Get out of here. Mate, if he detonates, mate, I'm just jumping out of this in a minute. He's going to blow himself up. He's trying to press the button. Like, shoot him.
That was the moment.
This is what you call cultural enrichment.
The suspect was shot by police. I hope.
This is all the fuel of Hamas supporters.
Well, and the UK government for letting in Syrian immigrants. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Minister Jason Farrell is here with us. And Jason, look, for the past hour or so, you've been describing what happened in that video in terms of the audio. We now hear it for ourselves.
Yeah, that's the first time we've played that with audio. And you can see that actually...
Obama was a good president.
Yeah, he was also a pretty good basketball player.
Country was in an economic freefall. Unemployment is now at 4. High school graduation rate. The core of for men.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks for the donation, retard. Mangusta Stony Tillers, holy shit, so handsome. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, he is handsome.
What's Tony? What are you looking at? So serious.
I like those cats. They honk. Wow. Oh my goodness. These are special kitties.
What's
They're so interesting looking. Look at them. Oh my goodness.
Are you ready to go home? When's Tony? Winston.
Wow. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. I wish I could rub a groundhog's tummy. Oh wow, they're so person. Oh, they're so person. Oh my goodness. Wow, he's so person too. Look at his toes. That's amazing. Oh, it's a little mouse. He's on grapes. Is he gonna eat the grapes? Oh my goodness. That's so nice. That's nice. That's a good mouse. Thanks for the donation, Mangusis.
Stefania broke up with Nigget because he's a retard. Fastest relationship ever. He's hopeless.
That's great. Thanks for the donation.
Hey, at least Obama was smart enough to strike down the planes of these Forgan terrorists.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should just start doing cocaine and fentanyl and stuff. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
It does seem as if it is the police officer who says he's got a bomb, and then they...
Kenny donators, they're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
Tiger's got 152 yards. Should be just a nice, comfortable 9-iron for him. They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Yeah, he was good at golf. Thanks for the donation, Kenny.
Person videoing it responds to that with surprise. The officer is clearly trying to tell people to clear the area. He doesn't know what might happen next. And then you see the person see a blob on the ground, which we blurred out, which is unfortunately a very horrific injury.
It's really severely injured.
That person on the ground, he seems to be saying that.
So, like, when's the UK gonna not let in the third world anymore?
A breaking story out of the United Kingdom this morning, where there has been an attack near a synagogue in Manchester. 2 people are confirmed dead and 3 others are seriously wounded.
What's hilarious is the guy who committed this attack, his name is literally Jihad.
Wounded.
This is illegal, by the way, but what the fuck is the law when you got the boomer waffen running shit?
Radical left Democrat shut down. You literally can't do that. Jesus Christ. What? Dude, this is just outrageous. Like, I don't know if the United States is going to become a totalitarian Nazi regime in the next 4 years. Thanks for the donation, retard. I cruise on 500 milligrams, donate $2. What's your routine and caloric intake? Your transformation is insane, given it's only been 2 months of 200 milligrams in real progress. I don't know what you mean by routine, but I I was eating 2,300 calories up until about a week ago. I upped my calories again. I'm eating about 27 to 2,800, like in that range roughly. And I just do a push-pull leg split, and it's 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. And I might, like, occasionally take 1 extra day of rest if I really need it, but it's a 3 day on and 1 day off cycle. And I do morning cardio. It's like 10 to 15 minutes, and I do 30 minutes of cardio after I train, so total of 40 to 45 minutes a day. Cardio. Thanks for the donation, though. I cruise on 500 milligrams.
Let's all take a moment to remember how Niggad's arch nemesis is leaner than him and not a fake natty. Has a girlfriend, unlike Richie. Not just a girlfriend, but a smoking hot barely legal vegan still in school.
I don't care. Thanks for the donation.
Police say a suspect drove a car towards members of the
He was on the watch list. Well, he probably should have been on the deportation list.
public, and at least one person was stabbed outside the synagogue. Officers quickly responded and shot the suspect. This attack comes on Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. Crystal Gomansing joins me now from London with more on this. So, Crystal, what are the latest developments?
Well, Hillary, the latest is from the Greater Manchester Police confirming that 2 individuals have, in fact, died as a result of what's being described as a vehicle and knife attack at the Heaton Park Synagogue. That synagogue is located.
Vegan jihadist donated $2.
In peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. They came in peace.
Yeah.
But it's more than just Gen Z's falling for conspiracy theories. Why?
The UK is reaping what it's swan.
Yeah. You ask for multiculturalism, you get multiculturalism. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
I'm so nervous. I'm sorry.
Okay. Alright, apparently that's a good chocolate milk. Thanks for the donation, vegan jihadist. Dodo, donate $2. Can you debate? Roke in chat, he said a lie that the UK deserved it because they invaded the Middle East. I assume he's talking about Afghanistan or Iraq. Can you debate him? Open the Discord. VG chat, help me convince VG to open Discord, please, so we can get a debate. That's not happening. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
In Crumpshall suburb, that's in northern Manchester. This is a residential area. Now, according to police, there were a number of people in the synagogue at the time because it is Yom Kippur, and that there's an additional 3 individuals who were seriously injured. Now, police believe that the attacker here was shot and killed by members of the Greater Manchester Police. That has not been confirmed. Police police saying that there are a number of suspicious items in the vicinity, and so they haven't been able to confirm, in fact, that the believed attacker was shot by police. The bomb unit has been sent to the scene. They are trying to make sure that everything is on the scene is safe so that they can proceed with this investigation. It is very much still a fluid investigation. We have heard from the mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham. He is praising police officers for quickly responding to this vehicle and knife attack at the synagogue, saying that they condemn whoever is responsible and will do everything within our powers to keep people safe. He is encouraging people to stand with community members and to not spread any rumors or misinformation at this time, because police have not given any indication for a potential motive behind this.
That person is fat.
Incident, but was.
They are very, very fat. Fatter than you'd think they'd be for doing a job like that.
Declared a major incident this morning at 9:37 a.m. local time. The initial call from a member of the public came in just a few minutes before that at 9:31. So it was dealt with very quickly. They're saying this is not a threat to the community any longer, but many, many questions still remain, Hillary.
Crystal, talk to us a little bit about some of the reaction that we have seen so far.
Well, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer was in Copenhagen. He's on his way back to the UK right now. He will chair a special security meeting when he gets back on the ground. But he called this attack absolutely shocking before he boarded his flight.
Oh my God, I'm so surprised. A Syrian jihadist Muslim whose name is literally Jihad, who was on a fucking watch list, committed a terror attack against Jews? How could this ever happen? Fucking retards. Yeah, it's so worth it. Like bringing in Syrian refugees so you can have people to work at Subway for below minimum wage. That's great. Thank you. You're making the country a much better place. Dodo Donatillers VG, are these people that Hamza is referring to as Jeffrey?
Communist International. I'm here with comrades all across the world, so let's go speak to some of them and see what they have to say. What section are you from, and what's your favourite part of the Congress so far?
I'm not doubting you, but I'm curious why you think that. He has fundamental problems with his periodization plans. He talks about never having deload weeks. I don't know how you can do that. Like he's made practically zero progress in the last 3 years. So it's pretty obvious that he just trains continuously and has no real progression scheme and just crosses his fingers that he ends up making progress somehow. He doesn't have any actual mesocycles. And he doesn't split his training up into any kind of specific blocks with an interest in eliciting any particular adaptation. His exercise selection is also stupid, and he seems to preferentially choose exercises that are easier because he's lazy and is scared of like lifting heavy. And a lot of the lifts he does are with like poor technique. Like his overhead press is probably the best example of that. He doesn't do a complete lockout on the overhead press, and he makes the dumbest excuse imaginable, saying it's bad for his elbows or something. So yeah, he's just a fucking lame dork. But I'm not listing out every fucking exercise I do. It's going to be like 50 exercises. Thanks for the donation, though. More trend, more men. What are you primarily eating now? It's mostly tofu and sweet potatoes. Pita bread donated $2. Man, why can't the whole world do this? Not enough based people.
And I just couldn't leave it. I'm sorry. I've had enough of this. I've had enough. I just couldn't. Absolute disgrace. Well, here we have it. Look at this shit. Well, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Get down. Get down.
These people are just gay retards, dude.
Take they wankers grease the fucking pole. No, I'm making it fucking easy. Fucking wanker.
First song is actually stuck in my head, can't get it out. I guess that's kind of good. Thanks for the donation, Pita Bread.
The attack in Manchester this morning is absolutely shocking, and all of our thoughts are with those affected. I'm on my way back to London. When I arrive, I will chair.
The UK is a terrorist breeding ground. Like, even the CIA, isn't Manchester literally one of the worst areas in the world for, like, terrorism, Muslim terrorism? The CIA literally has to conduct operations in the UK because all the fucking Muslim terrorists from, like, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, like, you name it, all the fucking armpits in the world, they travel to the UK to help, coordinate terror attacks. A lot of Al-Qaeda members moved to the fucking UK. And then he's acting like, this is shocking. We let in all the fucking terrorists from all over the world, and then they commit a terror attack. What happened? Like, yeah, right. All this so that they can import a bunch of dumb fuck immigrants who will work at Subway for minimum wage. Totally worth it. Dodo Donatillers, look at all the Jeffreys.
Today in Cardiff for the National Palestine demo. We've seen the way forward for the Palestine movement with the Block Everything campaign in Italy, where the workers...
You know, I can say this with confidence. If I were to fight all of these people at once, I'd win. I don't even think I'd get hurt. Like, they're exactly what you'd think they'd look like. Ukraine is preparing a major offensive on Crimea. Well, yeah. They've taken out a lot of the air defense systems, and it looks like they're going to destroy the bridge between Russia and Crimea. That's good. Ukraine needs some more W's. Here's some non-brain rot. Let's watch.
You're gonna die of old age.
I don't know about that.
Thank you to boot.dev for supporting people.
Dude, do you want me to fall asleep? Alright, I'll watch this later. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. More Trend, More Men donated $2.15. Top 10 exercises then. Any resources where you learned how to periodize program? Do you do RP style periodization? Also, do you ever do low rep powerlifter work or no? Well, I benched 410. And I also overhead pressed 240. That's been my best overhead press so far. So yeah, when I'm interested in hitting like a big single rep PR, obviously I do powerlifting style training. Top 10 exercises then, like I guess for shoulders, my top exercises would be overhead press, incline lateral raises, normal lateral raises, and upright rows. Chest, it's gonna have to be bench, incline bench, and dumbbell flies. Legs, squats, belt squat, which I just ordered a Rogue Rhino belt squat. Belt squats are dope. I don't have a leg press, but leg presses are great. Leg extensions are also great, and lunges. Back, I'd say pull-ups, seal rows, dumbbell rows, pendlay rows, T-bar rows, and like whatever supported row variation you like, and straight arm pull downs. Biceps, just alternate, like chin-ups, alternating dumbbell curls, hammer curls, barbell curls, easy bar curls, just the basics. And, whatchamacall, preacher curls. And triceps, overhead tricep extension variations, pretty much all of them are good. I like doing it with a barbell, skull crushers, jam press, and just some push downs, and I guess for hamstrings, just stiff leg deadlifts and seated hamstring curls. And do you do RP style periodization? Not exactly. Thanks for the donation. More Trend, More Men.
What are your go-to snacks? Especially when you are cutting?
I eat food. I don't know what you mean by go-to snacks. I have a diet and I stick to my diet. Thanks for the donation, Literal Assad.
With all the new innovations in AI, one of the cool things people couldn't do before is generate high-quality realistic deepfakes of Greta Thunberg getting double penetrated by black guys.
Greta's kind of, gross. So I don't think I want to see that. Thanks for the donation, though, retard.
And these are the same people who will call you racist for saying anything bad about Muslims.
Yeah. Well, if you wait long enough, these same people are gonna get, stabbed or run over by a car. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
An emergency COBRA meeting, I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
Now, the Prime Minister really re-emphasizing that point that officers will be deployed to synagogues across the UK. The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, also wanted to ensure people understand that they have a right to be safe, that they should be safe when they're practicing their religion, and acknowledge the fact that many in the Jewish community have felt at risk for a number of months.
No, as it
Yeah, I love how this fucker is like, we're gonna do everything to keep the Jewish community safe. Oh, really? Are you gonna keep importing more Syrian refugees? Right. Sure you will.
Is Jewish people have been scared and feeling scared over the last few months.
Oh, yes, the mayor of London, the Muslim. Let him comment on this. Hey, buddy, why do you follow a religion where the leader was a child rapist? So, like, why do you think there's so many Muslim terrorists that are part of the same religion as you, pal? Yeah, right. Fucking dipshit.
Indeed, since October the 7th, 2020 at 3. I also know many want to go to the synagogue and worship. I want to reassure them that in London they will be seeing additional police officers. People should be allowed to go about and practice their faith, knowing they're going to be safe. Unfortunately, too many Jewish Londoners, Jewish people across the country, Jewish people across the globe don't feel that way, and that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's because of people like you. Why don't you tell your jihadist buddies to stay out of the UK? More trend, more men, donate tellers. Thanks, Richard. Last question. How do you periodize? Do you just try to add weight, reps every workout, or do you follow a specific pre-planned rep scheme for hypertrophy, that is? Well, this idea that you can, like, this is more the case when you're advanced. You're going to have to just track your progress over time and figure out, like, what produces an adaptation in your training. So, like, what particular weight range or relative intensity. You can also just base that on rep range. So you might notice that you progress better with sets of 5 versus sets of 10, or for certain exercises, sets of 15 are really good for you, whereas like sets of like less than 10 are really bad for you. So you're just going to have to take note of what exercises and what rep ranges are best for eliciting an adaptation, and how quickly you can actually make the adaptation to that exercise. And, like, yeah, ideally, you're going to want to be able to add reps or add weight per session. But it might take you 2, 3, 4 weeks to actually get an adaptation, especially when you become more advanced. So it really depends on what body part, what movement you're talking about, or what exercise. You may be able to add weight or reps each session. Ideally, you'd want to be able to add weight each session, but sometimes you're going to have to rely on double progression, especially if you're, training at a higher rep range. So if you're doing sets of 10, then generally you're just going to add reps first and then add weight later. And you're going to have deloads at some point. So generally speaking, I have just reactive deloads, at least when I'm doing hypertrophy routines. And when I have a reactive deload, I lower the weight or reps, and then I just accumulate back up. And after the deload, generally speaking, after 2-3 weeks of training, I end up matching my performance pre-deload, and then for another few weeks after that, I end up beating that performance. So you end up making progress, past your previous peak in the asymptote. So that's just how I structure things. For hypertrophy training, I can have like pretty prolonged mesocycle lengths, like sometimes like in the 12 to 14 week range. before I have to do a deload. For strength training, generally it's 6 weeks that I can accumulate. And depending on how high risk and how intense the training is, I might just have pre-programmed deloads. So like 6 weeks, I just have an automatic cutoff because I notice if I train more than 6 weeks, I just get injured. But for hypertrophy training, the deloads are always reactive. So that's how I do things. Thanks for the donation though. More trend, more men. Retard donated $2. Let's hope the UK doesn't become the second Muslim country with nukes. Well, too late for that. Thanks for the donation, retard.
So as the holy holiday of Yom Kippur continues, the police scene outside of the synagogue in Greater Manchester.
Do you think you'll hit 450 on the bench soon? I don't know what you mean by soon. Like, it's not happening in the next few weeks.
Remains an active scene. We have heard from King Charles and Queen Camilla. They have all
right, well, thanks, Chris. Take care.
Also released a statement in light of this attack that has killed at least 2 people. The king posting on social media that they are deeply shocked and saddened to hear about the attack in Manchester.
How does Test feel? Feels fucking great. And are you worried about coming off? No, I'm staying on. Why would I come off?
Especially on such a significant day for the Jewish community.
Well,
let's bring you a couple of new images that we can bring to you on Sky News. Now, these images are, I understand, relatively difficult to watch. These are images of the attacker, we do believe, and you can see him lying on the ground. You can see there are blood stains on him, and you can also see there is a knife very close to his head on the ground, and something that looks to have been the thing that we saw hanging down from his body earlier.
Yeah, and according to his religion, he's going to get 72 virgins in paradise for what he did.
It looks to be some kind of parcel or package, and it looks potentially like it a belt next to it. I'm speculating here that this could potentially be what the police thought potentially was some kind of suicide belt device. It is no longer on his person. You can see it's on the ground to the right of him, and you can see to the far right of that image the bomb disposal machine that presumably was taken in to remove that from him. But that is an image of the man we believe to have been the attacker, and you can see the bomb disposal equipment to the right there on that image of him on the ground. These images just come to us in the last few minutes.
Yep. Well, that's what you get. You get cultural enrichment. Just great. Are you staying at 2000 test all the time? No, I'm going higher. I upped my test dose recently. I'm gonna get a blood test at the end of October. It's probably gonna be a bit higher. It might be as high as the 3000 range by the time I get my test taken at the end of the month.
Age.
Which is fine.
That's not good. You want to die? You don't have to, just a disease. We can cure it.
So maybe Brian Johnson's right when he says don't die.
Don't die ever.
Because he's saying, like, don't die before we get to the technology.
Right, longevity escape velocity. You want to live long enough to live forever.
Will not Ackrading to stains he add to them he's now boring in hell and houndstly good.
Yeah, the funny thing is they're both wrong. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
It's one breakthrough away.
It's London Tech Week. We're live with guests from over 130 countries around the world.
We all intuitively know that AI is happening fast, so our ability to predict the future is becoming very, very, very hard. We just can't see anymore. The one thing I do know is I don't want to die. I think the world is beginning to digest AI, and this is a big moment, bigger than we can imagine.
I think we could cure most diseases within the next decade if AI drug design works.
It makes us really subscribe 100 to 100.
Well, this video is stupid.
PBS. Recent findings have brought us closer than we've ever been to confirming life beyond the Earth.
Oh, wait, crap.
Hell, even Christians reagans how dumb Hamas supporters are.
Warning!
Let me see.
Just walking around my small town in the Kafir with a Protect the Palestinians homemade tank top. This is not the light. This is the light.
Well, we have a society run by chimps. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Okay, well, he's banned. When I see comments that are just, like, way too stupid, I just ban them now. Oh my god. Entire habitats are destroyed to produce your vegan food. Yeah. Cattle ranching is the leading cause of deforestation and biodiversity loss. Fucking moron. Oh my god, dude. People. Natty Cope Destroyer, what's your cruising dose? That question makes no fucking sense. How long for your plan to maintain high D? Okay, learn how to speak English. Any steroids you'd avoid due to toxicity? Superdrol, Tren. Why would I take either of those drugs? Are you worried at all about the potential detriment to longevity? Obviously not if I'm fucking taking them, stupid. Personally, I care more about quality of life. 200 tests for life. Well, same. Thanks for the donation, Natty Cope Destroyer.
I am genuinely horrified and believe that all relationships are a waste. No friends and no partners is the smartest way to be in my mind. Most people are settling for uglies. Yet I seem to cope with this by feeling love for an unavailable girl. Thoughts?
I don't care. Thanks for the donation, Vegan Gains is a genius.
All right, this works.
Well, we're going to be going over Mike Isertel's PhD.
Kind of like walking down a city street at night, looking down at its phone, and like just like you know the Scott, what's that called? The stuff you use on women all the time? Chloroform.
Has Mike Isertel been chloroformed? Perhaps that's why he's sitting like this with his pockets in his hand in his pocket. Is there chloroform in his pockets?
What is it, like when you...
It's when you like give it to a frog when you're in grade 10. It's a GABAergic compound, guys. You know, it's just common knowledge. Mepsogram, you didn't know about this in med school?
It sedates you?
You never heard of this.
Yeah.
We would sedate the frog and we had to dissect it in grade 10 with chloroform.
Yeah.
What the hell were you guys doing in the 1980s?
Yeah.
This is not a thing they do now? It's not ethic. We got the bottle of chloroform and killed a froggy.
It's fucking retarded.
And then we had to cut it and dissect it.
So, Greg is calling me a sociopath, and he's laughing about fucking butchering a frog. Right. Okay.
I was very bad at dissecting. I got kicked out of that class 3 times. I got kicked out of dissecting the worm and a frog.
Imagine you sneak something with you and then you...
That's what I was thinking. How many kids were like getting high off that later?
Yeah. That's what you were thinking back then. All right.
Yeah. We knew what was going on. Chloroformed the frogs in school in grade 10.
Oh man, the school system in Nova Scotia. And now
It's diabolical. But they would take the strap out, and that was like grade 8, so I'd be like 13. Not a strap on, not would come in and with this. I'm like, I'm going in to receive. They don't give 2 shits. We said redact it up because, you know, it's doing a disservice to creatine. Man, we don't care. First, it's like $3,000. What was that? It was. I was taking. It's more than half price. Sign off of all people in the world. Of be real now.
Here's a bunch of.
So he didn't even make a video about anything. That's great. That's a nice waste of time.
You might think this is just a fanny pack, but we be keeping the fun stuff in here. Cause this is goddamn America. She's just trying to train.
That feels better.
Better?
What the fuck?
That's new. Oh, I think it's rear delt right now.
Oh, son of a. Well, I want that. I want the
Extra range
stretch.
motion.
Fuck.
Should have saying, screw it, I'm gonna actually get a membership.
Heat it up, do a 1-to-1, 1.5 ratio, put it on top.
I used to
Awesome.
I used to do that.
The orange box has a lot of iron in it.
I would take Calrose rice and put it in a Vitamix. That's,
All right, cool.
I'm getting like a solid 6 with that, and then
So
I'm
we
like,
got 2 sets of pack deck, 4 sets of presses.
Okay.
How much volume do you normally do for chest?
again, at this point, I'm nothing.
Do you want to move on and start doing some back?
It's up to you.
All right, let's move.
Trust me, I know that feeling.
I cruise on 500 milligrams, only 215. Check out Milo Wolf's IG. Mike is responding. Well, somebody's triggered. I'm sure that's going to be stupid. Thanks for the donation. I cruise on 500 milligrams. There's going to be a lot of coping.
That. Here we go. What's your rep scheme?
Oh, 12 to 20.
Okay, good. Because I'm hitting.
Right now, you're rotating outward. You're externally rotating.
Oh, next one.
Wonder if he's going to make up the excuse like, oh, that was just a draft. That wasn't what I actually handed in. It was just a draft.
Earth. As we wait for this to be confirmed or otherwise, let's think about what it will tell us about life everywhere and also about our own imminent destruction. Hey everyone, 2 quick announcements before we start. We need your help. The algorithm is hiding episodes from subscribers. From past experiments, we know that the best way to help is to like the episode and to leave a comment. That tells the algorithm to share it with more of our community. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss new episodes. We're also excited to let you know about the launch of our first backpack, the Black Hole Bag. It holds a massive 28 litres with a padded laptop sleeve, multiple compartments for easy organisation, and a roll-top design. 3.5 billion years ago, or so, two warm and watery planets twirled around a young G-type star. On both of their surfaces, chemical soups bubbled and complexified and organised themselves into tiny lipid balls that learned to harvest energy, to duplicate themselves, to evolve. Their methods were endlessly creative. On the smaller world, one life form learned to pluck a spark of energy by reducing one iron compound into a significantly more stable one. They'd take hold in a mineral-rich spot and spread outwards, a metabolic shockwave carving rings of vivianite into a damp river delta. Who knows what else these clever little things might have become, given time? How much cleverer? But they didn't have time. Their world was small, its molten core cooled quickly, hardened, stopped spinning. Its magnetic field switched off, and the delicate new biosphere was laid bare to the abrasive solar wind. With the atmosphere lost, the world froze. Its larger neighbour fared better for a while. It held its heat, and so also held its magnetism and its atmosphere and its water and its carbon cycle. Life thrived, continued to complexify, and eventually spawned some even cleverer little creatures whose metabolic shockwave was much, much larger. They learned to travel between the worlds, or at least to send their robots. And so, 3.5 billion years later, after some rings were carved into a river delta, the artifacts of these two interplanetary neighbours met. The robot of one touched the fossil of the other. In that moment, the remaining life form understood two things. That even now it was far from alone in this universe, and that its doom was closer than it imagined. In case you didn't guess, the small world is Mars and the large one is Earth. The robot is the Perseverance rover, and the spots were the subject of a recent NASA announcement as a possible biosignature. You may have heard the news, but this isn't a news piece. Here, we're asking a new question. What does the potential detection of ancient life on Mars, or anywhere really, mean for us? And why might it point to our doom? I'll say more about the finding in just a minute. But first, let me give you an alternative version of this story that's at least equally likely as the first. It's that life only formed, and only could have formed, on the larger world. Abiogenesis, the formation of life from non-life, requires such specific circumstances that it'll never happen twice in the one solar system, and may happen very rarely in an entire galaxy. Now, the robots still explored, but every pattern they found in the rocks, every odd atmospheric composition, turned out to be explainable by non-living processes. These were just phantoms of our fear of the truth, that we are, relatively, alone in the universe. We don't know which of these stories is true. Did Perseverance just discover ancient life on our literal neighbour, meaning that life is extremely abundant in the universe? Or will we never discover life because it's insanely rare? It's a hell of a thing to not know which of these wildly different scenarios is true. That's why the recent discovery by NASA is so exciting. We're on the precipice of possibly knowing one way or the other. Let's look at the science before we peer deeper into the existential abyss of what this means either way. The Perseverance rover landed in the Jezero crater on February 18th, 2021. The ancient impact site was chosen to optimize the chance of finding evidence of past life. A critical factor is evidence of past water. It's pretty clear that Jezero was once a lake, with dry river beds both entering and exiting. So, after meandering the crater basin, Perseverance found its way to the Neret Vivalis region, part of the ancient river delta feeding the lake. Its sights were on the Bright Angel, an unusually light-coloured outcrop in the region. It was apparently surfaced with iron-rich sedimentary rock that had washed in from surrounding regions, billions of years ago. And that's where Perseverance stumbled on this spot. A collection of millimetre-scale spots and rings that have been dubbed poppy seeds and leopard spots. The patterns sparked immediate interest because they look for all the world just like deposits made by Earth microbes, metabolic rings that expand as a colony grows. So Perseverance began its work. It drilled samples for Raman spectroscopy and bombarded the ground to analyse reflectance and X-ray fluorescence. Then it sent the data home via orbiting relay, and the team on Earth painstakingly analysed it for many months. And then that team concluded that the rings and spots are some sort of iron phosphate, while the pale interiors of the rings were an iron sulfide, most likely vivianite surrounding greigite. The team also found a strong association of organic molecules with these patterns. And here organic doesn't mean life, but rather the carbon-based molecules that life tends to use. This all suggested a particular story. Oxidation of organic molecules leading to reduction of iron in the sediment into iron phosphates first, and then into the sulfides. And this is wild, because it's exactly what certain Earth microbes do. They extract energy via redox reactions of minerals, grow and spread in the process, often leading to...
Natty Cope Destroyer and Artillers are just going to keep increasing the dose. Usually people go down to a cruise dose in between cycles. I've literally only been on for 2 weeks, dude. Or, 2 months. So... I'm gonna increase the dose for right now. Once I'm at an appropriate dose and I keep growing, I'm just gonna stay on that dose. If I stop growing and my health is still good, all my biomarkers are still good, I'm gonna increase the dose again. Stay there for a while if my health is still good. And I stop growing, I'm going to increase the dose again, and go through that process until something gets fucked up, and then I'll drop back down, get my biomarkers in order, and then just repeat the process. But, why would I just arbitrarily stop taking higher doses of steroids for no reason? I want to grow and get bigger. Thanks for the donation though, Natty Cope Destroyer.
Similar structures. Alternative explanations do exist. The same reactions can happen in high heat or acidic environments. However, this once warm, wet river delta shows no signs of either, nor of potential geothermal sulfur sources that would be the other explanation for the greigite. All of this sounds pretty exciting, but it also sounds familiar. We've seen these headlines before. Scientists find biomarkers for life, only to then later find abiotic, non-living processes that can cause the same thing. Or at best, for the potential biomarker to hang as a mere potential without new evidence to confirm or refute. So let's take a look at some of the previous, maybe aliens, to see if there's a difference to this one. A little over a year ago, NASA reported the tentative JWST detection of dimethyl sulfide in the atmosphere of a planet orbiting a red dwarf, 124 light-years away. This molecule is a major byproduct of microbial metabolism on Earth. There's no known abiotic mechanism to produce it, at least in the high quantities needed to explain this observation. However, further observations have not made that detection any more confident. It remains very tentative, despite further effort. In a similar vein, in 2020, a team of astronomers reported the detection of phosphine in the atmosphere of Venus. Again, phosphine is a common microbial byproduct, and so the team claimed this as a potential biosignature. Now, the Venusian surface is pretty uninhabitable, so the idea here is that maybe it's floating colonies at altitudes closer to Earth conditions. And then there are these shifting dark patterns in the Venusian atmosphere, which Carl Sagan proposed could be microorganisms back in 1963, and which then seemed to show unusual UV absorption in a 2019 study. So, life on Venus. The problem is, the phosphine detection has not been confirmed, and there are potential abiotic mechanisms both for the phosphine and for the dark streaks. There are plenty more would-be biosignatures, but let's go back to Mars, or at least to a chunk of it that ended up as a meteorite on Earth, and that's after presumably being ejected from its home planet by another impact. Scientists found this peculiarly cylindrical mineral formation in the meteorite that they claimed might be a fossil microbe. Chemical analysis is tricky here because of earthly contamination, so the speculation is all around the shape of the thing. But then, being the killjoys that they're paid to be, other scientists pointed out abiotic means for getting the same shape structures. So the common thread here is that previous potential biosignature discoveries either have clear abiotic explanations or have not yet been verified as definite discoveries, or both. The case of the Bright Angel find feels different. There really isn't yet an obvious abiotic alternative. Some new geochemistry could certainly be at work, or maybe some freak circumstances veiled the hot or acidic or sulfurous history of this region, confusing our story. But previous biosignature candidates have all been quite a bit more tentative or more abiotically explainable. At this point, it's not possible to assess the likelihood of this being real. The only thing that's possible right now is a kind of gut check. On the one hand, almost every potential discovery that promises to revolutionize our entire understanding of the universe turns out to be wrong. These sorts of false positives are expected. At this advanced stage in the development of science and our understanding of the universe, truly revolutionary discoveries are very, very rare, and false positives only have to be slightly less rare to show up more often than the real thing. It's a combination of this reasoning and a sort of cultivated skepticism that leads me to expect that some brilliant geochemist will find a boringly abiotic explanation. On the other hand, the NASA experts who spent a year analysing the evidence do seem unusually excited. And as maybe another data point, we're doing an episode on this when we don't usually cover every potential biosignature. This one seems special. Special enough that it's got me and others thinking about the implications. So let's talk about that. Currently, we know one place in the universe where life definitely appeared, Earth. And we know that life appeared quickly, which makes it tempting to think that life emerges easily given the right conditions. Even if right conditions means only Earth-like planets, there are many billions of such planets in our galaxy alone. This implies that life should be very common in the universe. Or not. There are strong arguments for why the early emergence of...
Why am I tired? Because I spent a good amount of fucking time, about 4 hours, making that Greg Doucette video. And, I didn't take a nap. Dude, making videos is fucking horseshit. It's fucking annoying. There's literally no fucking point. It's just fucking stupid. Just everyone's a fucking idiot. And I just get nowhere. I'm pretty sure vegans kill millions of animals to farm vegetables. But I guess we have to play some kind of mental gymnastics to get around that one. Like, great. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with my video, but yeah. Like, you're just making videos for fucking retards who can't even understand what you're saying. Half the fucking comments are fucking idiots who, like, literally did not understand a fucking word I said. So, just, you know. Natty Cope Destroyer donated $2. Dr. Kurt and Dean Saint on Vigorous Steve podcast said, regardless of blood work, on high doses, you are deleting your body of its stem cell reserves to regenerate organs. They recommend sub 300 cruise dose between cycles for this reason. Alright, well, if they say so. Thanks for the donation, Natty Cope Destroyer.
Of Earth life tells us very little about the broader abundance of life. They come down to selection bias and anthropic reasoning. It's not surprising that we observe our home planet as having life because the alternative is impossible. But that only puts us on a planet with life, not one where life formed early, which again we wouldn't necessarily expect if life is improbable. The formation of life might be extremely sensitive to the conditions of the planet. In some places it's pretty improbable, in others it's much more probable. The latter case may be very rare, like, for example, the Earth. Depending on how this abiogenesis probability depends on conditions, it might be that life is very heavily weighted to the near perfectly tuned planets, and those get it early. This is the argument made, for example, by David Spiegel and Ed Turner. They show that the early emergence of life on Earth does not guarantee abundant extraterrestrial life, and that's the case if the prior probability of that abiogenesis is very sensitive to initial conditions. David Kipping adds to the analysis the fact that significant time is then needed for life to spawn a sentient species, and that this time span starts to bump against the maximum habitability of Earth-like planets. He finds that the early emergence of life on Earth is pretty consistent with life being rare. But all of this changes if we find one more incidence of life in the universe, and it changes massively if we find it on Mars. That's a huge hit to the hypothesis that the initial formation of life is improbable, and to the idea that this probability is super sensitive to the conditions. If life formed on Mars, then life is not overly picky about where it forms, and if it did so quickly on Mars, then that short time scale is not biased by the need of lots of time to then form us, as was the case with the Earth. The Spiegel and Turner paper also quantifies this in light of the discovery of early life on Mars. In short, the discovery of ancient life on Mars short-circuits the anthropic arguments for life being very rare. That said, intelligent and technological life may still be very rare, and our non-observation of advanced species arising before us on galactic scales is actually evidence of that rarity. This leads us to an
I
awkward
encourage
conclusion.
everyone in chat, all VG fans, to make sure you comment on VGS videos, but not only comment, you need to sort the comments by new and debate retards in the comments to help support VG and the vegan cause. Even if someone who doesn't normally comment PLS do.
Well, thank you, Dodo. I appreciate you trying to help, and thanks for the donation, dude.
If primitive life is extremely common, and if that life almost never reaches a stage capable of being seen across the stars, then something impedes that development after the abiogenesis stage. This idea is often framed as the Great Filter, one or more steps in the development of civilizations that are so ridiculously hard to come across that very few potential starting points ever actually make it all the way to star-hopping sci-fi mega-civilizations. And the question has always been, is humanity one of the lucky few that has passed its Great Filter, or is that filter still ahead of us? Was the hard transition just abiogenesis, or the development of complex cells, or big brains, or all of these together? Or is it the survival from digital age to space age that's so damn tricky, due perhaps to a species almost inevitably wiping themselves out? We don't know where the Great Filter is. but the more we rule out great filters in the past, the more likely it is that the great filter is in the future. Nick Bostrom and others have articulated this argument. Currently, the probability of abiogenesis on a given suitable planet could be as small as 1 in many, many billions, because anthropic selection allows such a rare phenomenon to be observed.
Oh my god, this is so fucking boring. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna go to bed. Fuck this shit, I'm tired. I worked on that video all day, and I'm just fucking tired. I gained I forgot how fucking annoying it is, doing these videos. Like, fucking... It's just annoying. Like, some of the whole process is more streamlined because I don't have to write out a script anymore. I literally write it out in my head, but... Yeah, it's just so annoying clipping everything together and then, like, having to go through it multiple times to, like, put in all the extra bullshit. And then, like...
Just watched your video, hilarious. Just watched your video, hilarious. Greg just blatantly lied so hard about you just to sell a shitty supplement. He probably won't respond or touch that with 15-foot pole-eyed cow. He could even spin that he so clearly lied.
Yeah, he's completely and utterly full of shit. Yeah, he's just a lying fucking dickhead. So, yeah. He is the lying dickhead with the Ferrari. And the Lamborghini and the McLaren. And the Mercedes. That's just how it goes. Thanks for the donation, Sky. Alright. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm gonna try just doing a normal stream tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna play more video games or something. But hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs, really appreciate it. If you haven't seen this video yet, give it a watch. I spent quite a lot of time making this stupid bullshit so idiots could leave fucking comments that are retarded, irrelevant, nonsensical. So yeah, but give it a watch. But thanks again, everybody. Nighty night. See you all tomorrow.